there is no first record of the black man. He is the original or aboriginal man of the earth. And we don't have any, we say, dated of this man's beginning of his civilization and where he bound. Because we once was with the moon, or the moon and the earth was together once upon a time, and cannot be a specific spot pointed out where that it actually took place of his building of civilization. But we do know, according to the teachings of Almighty God, Allah to me, that once upon a time that we had nothing in the universe but the sun. And that after that, why, then they made a star. And from stars to stars and stars and stars. And they saw that the star was essential to our well-being. And from that, we began to make planets. And there is between the creation of the sun and the earth 6 trillion years between the two. And it is often referred to that the universe was made or created in the 3 stages, or we say 3 divisions of 2 trillion years to each. And the present moon that we have, which is now 66 trillion years old itself, or rather being in the position that it's in. It originally was about 36,000 miles from this part, or rather, when she was taken from this part. It was drawn out of the orbit of that, at that time, 36,000 miles, and that part that we are looking at today, it dropped from the original orbit 12,000 miles, lost all its water on this part. That's why she's without water. It's due to the explosion. At that time, 66 trillion years ago, she lost her water by turning over. She turned all over, and the water dropped on this part. And that gives us then 3/4 of our surface covered in water, because we have the water from that part. The original man did that. He was the man, rather we say a god, a scientist, that brought about that explosion due to his dissatisfaction of not being able to have all the people he liked and having them speaking the same dialect. So he got angry because he could make them speak the same dialect all the way around, as our planet at that time was something better than 10,000 miles in diameter, while it's around 8,000 now near. And he getting vexed with his own wisdom, unable to do with the people what he wanted to do with them. He goes then and tries to destroy us. His aim was not to make a moon, a satellite for our planet. We had at that time, according to the teachings of God to me, Mars for our moon. It was as our at that time. What I mean, before ever this thing tried to destroy us. And since he was unable to destroy us, we was lucky to come with this part. The people on the other part was destroyed, but we was lucky to come with this part. And we were called at that time the Aboriginal people, and we are the Aboriginal people today. And in the 6 trillion years before that time, in the creation of light and water, it was the black man.
The black man has no beginning and no end.
No beginning, no ending. You can't find no history that will give you the birth of the black man. He has always been.
Well, then, since we have no beginning or no end for the black man, first, how do you explain, and what is your doctrine on the origin of the Caucasian race?
Well, the Caucasian race came about, as they are called, white people. And they were white people. It was made that. Caucasian is the name given to the quality of the man, means original, weak bone and stale face. The person have a stale color, and his bones are weak, and they call it Caucasian. But actually, he was made white. This was brought about, we would consider just recent. To talking into billions and trillions of years, the Caucasian race, their birth is just here of today only. That took place 6,000 years ago. The black man, he is the father of the Caucasian. His name was Yakub. They call him Jacob in English, but Arabic is Yakub. He discovered in the germ of the black man that there were two people, and that in studying the germ, he learned to divide the germ. And he said, if I can take the germ now, this brown one, and separate it from the dark one, I can make this brown germ here rule the black germ until the black germ produces one that is greater than I. And he, being a very wise scientist, he knew what was coming in the future. So he says, my man will live for 6,000 years, and he will rule his father. And after that, he says, then his brother will come from the east, and he will eat my man up after 6,000 years. So this man discovered this, as I first said, according to the teachings of Almighty God to me, by the germ. And it still can be proven today that the black man have two people in it.
How so?
Yes, sir. You have two.
How is this? How can this be proved?
And by the germ. The germ you have here. Take for an instance. Well, let me come to the surface first. You go to the darkest people that you can find in Africa, where that they has never been touched by Caucasian people. And you will find that one will be a little shader browner than the other. And this man set up a birth control law. To take that browner one, and marry the brown one on to the brown one and kill off the black. And he kept this going for 600 years. First he had a little brown race of people after 200 years. And the next 200 years he had a little yellow race of people, red race. And the next 200 years he had a pale white.